would I expect Alistair to be really good at in sport? Basketball. Wouldn't be bad at basketball. Swimming. Going around the midline. He could run as long as it was in a straight line. Maybe if it was cross country or he had to do a little bit more, might not be as easy for him. Yeah, he's going to be good at going forward. Huh? Yeah. Yay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And even left or right, it's still a turn for him. Yeah? Yeah, he can rotate because he's got that. Yeah? Absolutely. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Down you go. The thing is, because he knows this and he doesn't know this, he's going to be like all my brothers. And if you play something where he has to go up and down, he's going to wreck his knees, he's going to wreck his all sorts of things. Okay, so you can see he's pretty symmetrical. His shoulders are symmetrical, though they're a little bit more asymmetrical now, Alistair. So I wanted Alistair because one of the things I might do, I probably wouldn't work in this position if I had someone that was this symmetrical. This would not be my idea because they haven't really got anywhere to go because he knows how to rotate. And to rotate, he knows how to do it by this side coming forward and this side coming back. But he can't do that on the table. There's nowhere for this to go. He must shift his weight to turn, and that's not his idea of what turning is. Huh? So what I might do for him is get a roller. So I'm going to make him more unstable. Here you go, Alistair. I know, I'm not saying he can't use the ground. I'm just saying in terms of planes of movement, in terms of what he understands. Yeah? In terms of all the ways he could move his head and move through space, this is what's really clear to him. Yeah. Yeah? Would that be? Yeah, it's true. No, because that's not rotating around the middle. Yeah, does that make sense, Helen? So that is I've shifted my weight to turn around one leg. Yeah, what I mean is this. Yeah, rotation around the central axis. So this is just going to give him just a little bit more challenge. I'd probably have your head off it. Yeah. And then something for his head to rest on. No. Now, so now he can shift his weight more because he was too stable, if you like. Do you know what I mean? He was this position was actually too stable. And you sort of think, well, that's ridiculous. Alistair isn't stable. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not. He can move, he can do things. But this position for him was way too stable. So this is where I could begin. This is where I might start him. Huh? This is actually a bit too, I'd probably use a soft blanket instead of this. Huh? Yeah. All I want is something that he can move a little bit on. That's all. Yeah, so he doesn't feel planted. Where would you want to put that arm now, Alistair? No, he's a smart person. Yeah? Because here, because he's out of his midline now, this leg's going to be really easy to bring up. Huh? But he feels safe, yeah, because we've got the support through this midline that he really likes. Huh? As I said, if it was, and we've got all the weight shift that we're looking for. So here he can begin to feel, this leg could get light. Huh? So we've just sort of had to make it more apparent for him how he could get there. Yeah. Okay, you can get up now. And just have a stand and see how does that feel now. Did I feel see a little side-to-side movement there, Alistair? Huh? And it's the same thing you're always talking about. It's what I was talking about this morning, that you could think about in another way with the woman I was talking about. With some people, they're too stuck on the ground. There's nowhere for them to go. So you don't want to work with them on the table. You want to work with them in sitting, or somewhere that's a little bit more unstable so that they've got options to move. Yes. Because you can see. I'll make it even a little because I didn't do anything with him. Hang on, go. No. Lead from there. Because this plane is so unknown to Alistair that he does it through his hips. But nothing changes in his neck. Okay, so now can I have someone down who's not quite that symmetrical? Thanks, Sue. So if you've got someone who's really symmetrical, what I'm going to suggest to you is you can just get a really soft something just to let them shift their weight a little bit more. Yeah, so you're not that is symmetrical. Because you can see her legs know more about it. Shoulders, again, like many of us, this is the area that we tend to keep more fixed, rather than through our pelvis and legs. So could you move your head a little bit more to the right? Now, did Sue move her head there or did she move her pelvis? That's what I wanted you to see. Come back, Sue. Huh? Do it again, Sue. No, just what you just did. Because nothing's really changing shape a lot. Yeah? So that's where when someone said, you could get them to do it. Yeah? And I sort of said, it's better if you give them the idea. So that, because I just wanted to clarify this. There's Sue's sternum. Now, when I pick up her head, and I do this without thinking, because I automatically just go, where can I find Sue's head? There's my stick. What do I mean by I've got a stick? This and this are now one piece. So I'm not there. If I've got it there, I haven't got a stick. The stick's going to break. Yeah? So if I push through this hand, I haven't got a stick. Here, I've got a stick. So, yeah. Can you feel that's different? Yeah. So it's really, you're really wanting a steering wheel, not a broken. No. It's these 2 points here. There. They're a stick. This and this are a stick. Yeah? So they're not, if I lift a head, I'm not sort of doing that. It's like, there they are, they can move together. They're a stick. It'd be exactly the same as if you were trying to hold a ruler. Huh? That you were holding it as a stick, not as a broken, not something with a hinge in it. Yeah. I'm aiming the neck vertebra. I've got a stick. There's the stick. And I'm moving, but it doesn't mean that they're not soft. I'm not doing that to them, where I'm compressing them. I'm just holding them. And they're going together, like a steering wheel. Yeah? The steering wheel can still move, but the 2 points are staying the same. But I don't have to grip the steering wheel really hard. So I'll just see if I can clarify that for you. So we're here, I've got there's my stick. But that doesn't mean that this isn't free. What I'm doing though when I move her is to give her the stick. So her interpretation is, oh, these 2 points go together. These 2 points have to go together. I'll do it again, which would be different. You're fine with this, aren't you, Sue? Yeah. Here, there's the mobility. And if I move her like this, she won't know what I want, because I'm not giving her a clear orientation or a direction about where she's going, because I'm all over the place too. So the stick, if you look at my organisation, that organises me. I've got 2 points in a stick. And then she's going to feel, because she knows where I'm taking her. It's security. It's absolute security. Now, so then we were showing on the skeleton, so I'm just going to show you a few other ways you can think of. So what I said earlier was that if, I think it was in the ATM, if you can get a little bit of movement centrally, it makes a huge difference peripherally. Yeah, if you start to get that. Yeah? So usually for most people, if I was here and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to turn Sue's leg to bring it up to the side, and I'm going to, yeah, but it still doesn't want to come. No? If I'm being it still doesn't want to come. Because to organise peripherally in requires greater organisation. Huh? It's much harder to organise someone from their big toe than it is from their knee or their thing. But as they get more organised, what you want to be able to do it is from that you've got the whole person from the periphery, and I'm sure Jeff did some of that with you, being able to feel, you know, when you've got someone and all of a sudden you've got their thumb and you're turning their thumb and all of them is just following, or you're turning their big toe and everything is following. So one of the things is we went to the pelvis. No? You can always then differentiate between the pelvis and the hip joint. Huh? So I've got one hand on the front of the pelvis. I've got the other one in the groin, in the middle of the groin where a hip joint is. So I'm showing her that there's your pelvis, Sue, and your hip can rotate there. Huh? So can you imagine that on yourself? If someone's doing that, but they're also showing you what your hip could be doing. So that's one way you can come more centrally in the limb. You can also come in under the hip joint again at the front. If I've already got that, I can come in on the hip joint, lift the hip joint, and then bring the knee up from here. But all of it is always about that I'm shifting the weight. So it's not that this is going up just here and I'm lifting the leg. I'm stuck to the ground at the moment, because I haven't shifted her weight. So this can't be light, because as far as her brain's concerned, this is still weight bearing. You can't lighten me. I'm supporting me here. You can come from the foot, as I said, and start to look at the rotation through there. Now, I'm just giving you ideas here. And you can get this, and again, you could come in on the hip joint, rotate the hip, and come up. And you've got to have all these different ways, because different people have got different parts of themselves in their image. So you've got to find what are the different ways that I can make sense of this for people. Because I know this is getting shorter, weight's going over, this is rotating down in the socket, but it's not rotating down and pulling the pelvis down. And that's going to let the knee. So if you feel it on yourself, it's the same thing. Pelvis goes back, hip bends, leg comes out to the side. There I go. There I am. That's the movement that we're doing. And once you usually find that you're getting all of that clear, you can, and again, if you're going to start pushing, you must be along, I'm sure you did lots of this, that vertical line. You've got to be directing along the line, long line of the bone. So there's many, many different ways, and you need lots of different ways because everyone is going to be different. You might want to come up here and do, if they're really struggling, if there's a no, because there's the weight shift. So I'm not just looking for that. That might be my first bit, but I want the weight shift. I'm always thinking of where I'm heading in the lesson. Because I could sit here with Sue and do all this lovely work here, connecting it through to that hip, but that hasn't told her anything about that we're looking at weight shift or shifting a weight. So I could do all of this and heel circles and beautiful stuff and up and down, and she'll feel good, but it won't show her how to bring a leg up. Because what's fundamental to every point of this is she's got to shift a weight. So do you want to go with a new partner, and find as many different ways as you can to bring their leg up? From as many different places as you can. Thanks, Sue. Actually, Sue, I should do it properly. Sorry, I left you in a... No, it's not fine. It's not fine, Sue.